went to a session about the Boulder flood, which happened about a month ago, and I was really excited to see the diverse topics of the presentations, but I especially enjoyed the last presentation about the meteorological and hydrological forecasting and models. And we may rag on those professionals for their inaccuracy, but it was interesting to see just how hard and complicated it is to predict and how they're very aware of that and trying constantly to change and research models that can better help predict those events and protect the public.
I was really fascinated to learn about why there was so much rainfall in such a short time because, I've learned that, even 4 inches in a 24-hour period is enough to cause catastrophic landslides. And then also a combination of the flood mitigation that they have in Lyons and Boulder also contributed to, how much damage was caused.
I'm a professor of geology and oceanography at the University of Northern Colorado in Greeley. I led a field trip on Saturday to the Colorado Springs area to look at the interaction of floods and fire. And one of the areas of interest for me about the session was to emphasize the double effect of having heavy rainfalls that are tropical in nature on burned areas, and very tiny amounts of rain can cause a very rapid and damaging response that people only have a few tens of minutes at the most to get out of the way.
It was a very diverse session. I mean, it all had to do with the flood, but we learned about the groundwater, and we had people from state agencies talking about how we can better model this data, what we can do with it, and learn about in the future, have better predictions for how to deal with things like this.
I thought it was interesting to see that while this was a very destructive event and a very unusual event on the human timescale, that really it just fits totally in context with the forces that have been shaping the Front Range of the Rocky Mountains, for millions of years, and I'm hoping it'll have an impact on public safety and planning and zoning, that to realize that these things happen, and that was happening as well.